And we're back at the Kessler Athletic Center. Canisius winning 98-74 here with winning coach Reggie Witherspoon. All right, so let's go back to the beginning of the game. It seems like a long time ago, but Marist comes out, hits their first 7 shots of the game. What were you telling your team at that time?
Well, we knew they were a great three-point shooting team, and we saw it live when we played them the first time. We saw it in their last game at Niagara. If you don't get out and pressure them, they can make you look bad. We had to end up going with a small lineup to get more pressure on the perimeter, and the flow of the game began to come a little bit in our favor, but they're an extremely well-coached team, and we're fortunate to get the win.
Your team shared the basketball. I mean, it's been really kind of the story of the season. I think at one point here late in the game it was 25 assists to 8 turnovers. Talk about what it takes as a coach to try to get that home. I mean, obviously every coach wants their team to share the basketball. Your team does.
Yeah, we work on it a lot in practice, particularly early in the year. You know, you have to be willing to devote some of your practice time to passing. And a lot of times, you know, you never have enough practice time, but we did that a lot early in the year, and you have to have unselfish players, and so that's where the big credit goes to, is the players who are willing to be unselfish. A lot of them are really good passers, and they make passing fashionable, and it becomes infectious.
These two seniors, Selvin and Planicic and Jermaine Crumpton, honored before the game. One of the great honors they'll have is the Grips winning 21 regular season games, first time since 1994. Talk about your two seniors.
Well, they gave us tremendous lift all year long. It can be a burden at times to know that you have to start the game, that you have to, have the details of the game plan alert to your mind, and it makes it sometimes easier for your teammates. They did that for us on a night in and night out basis, in practice, in shoot-arounds, making sure they were alert, making sure their teammates were alert, and taking on a bulk of the minutes.
Coach, I've already learned now not to ask you to look forward, so I won't. I'll just say see you in Albany.
Thank you.
Canisius College coach Reggie Witherspoon is here on the postgame show. Now we have to talk about the senior here, Jermaine Crumpton. All right, Crump, we've known each other a long time for sure. Just maybe talk about the emotions of senior day, what it's like going out there and knowing this is going to be your last home game.
Jay, it's bittersweet. You know, I've been playing here for so long. I'm a local kid. My family get to come out and see me every home game. It's good for the fans in the area, everybody. I mean, I don't want to get emotional right now, but, it's fun, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Understood. But you did, like, a local kid, and there's always that talk about it. Should the local kids stay here or go? A lot of guys go, some guys stay. It doesn't always work out. Talk about the process for you.
When I was going through the recruiting process, and when Canisius called my number and wanted me to come up here, I talked to my mom, talked to the family, talked it over, and she said she didn't want me to go too far, and I knew that this would be the right place for me, because she came to all my high school games, and she wanted to continue to do that in college, and I'm glad I made that decision to come to Canisius.
When you started out here, you played on some good teams. Actually, your first year you had to sit and watch the whole year. You played on a really good team as well. What about this team? What makes this team special? 21 wins, by the way. First time since 1994 that the Grips have had 21 regular season wins.
I mean, we all bought in. Everybody, we knew what we wanted to do in the preseason. We all came in. We had the defensive mindset. We knew what the coaches wanted us to do. Everybody bought in and everything. We play fun basketball. We share the basketball offensively. We lock in on defense, and everything else will take care of itself. We knew that was going to happen, and we came out here. We got 21 wins. We were almost, I don't know, what, second in the MAC. I don't know.
Number 2 co-champions.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good for the area. It's good for this program.
Crump, congratulations, and thanks for a great career.
I appreciate it.
Jermaine Crumpton with us on the post-game show. Back over to you, Richard.
Thank you, Jay. Let's take a look at our stats here. And again, even though the Red Foxes ended up shooting 48%, they shot only 34% in the second half. And those 25 assists and 39 baskets sharing the ball. But for Canisius to really be successful in the MAC tournament, they turned up their defense this year predominantly, and that's going to be key to them. But sharing the ball, it's so much fun to watch a team that shares the ball like that. And, 98 points is very impressive.
Well, let's take a look at our Canisius College Pepsi Player of the Game, and it is going to be Takal Molson, who was tremendous today. It's been we were talking about him hitting the wall perhaps the last couple of games, saw his playing time limited, but today And in the final home game of the season, he really came up big for Canisius.
Yeah, he was really relaxed in the shots here, you know, and players understand when he gets in a groove there. And he has that athleticism where he made a really good block there, and he had there's a dunk there. There are 4 or 5 dunks here today, but he can just do it all, and he certainly did here today. But look how relaxed he is in that arc. You can't even see it on our screen. He's just a wonderful player and had a great rookie season.
He'll undoubtedly be on the all-rookie team. There's
Absolutely.
no doubt about that. And he'll be up there against Jordan Allen and a couple others when it comes to consideration for Rookie of the Year. The Griffs have had a couple of Rookies of the Year in the MAC. Frank Turner was. Craig Wise was, as a matter of fact, Rookie of the Year. And not sure about Darryl Barley. I think he spent part of his freshman year hurt. But those are the ones that come to my mind.
And then the other thing is Reggie for Coach of the Year too, right? You know, certainly he's going to get, he's got to be, the Rider coach obviously, that's usually how it works. But both of them are very deserving as well.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The all-conference team will come out tomorrow. We know that Isaiah Reese and Jermaine Crumpton will probably be first teamers. Isaiah Reese might be Player of the Year. We won't find that out till Friday. And it wouldn't surprise me if either Takal Molson or Malik Johnson are on that on the
second team
or third team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think so. Great season for everyone, right? But you can see the finish line. Finish it strong.
Yep, they got some work ahead of them. The Griffs will be going to the postseason, but will it be to the NCAA tournament or to a lesser tournament? We'll have to see. That'll be determined, but hopefully we'll be finding out in Albany next weekend. The Griffs play at 9:30 at the Times Union Center against the opponent to be determined, Marist. They'll be in a play-in game on Thursday. Richard Walsh, what a pleasure.
Yeah, this was fun. A lot of fun, and obviously it's fun when your team wins that many games, but it's great working with you. That's where I got my start on the radio against St. Joe's when Phil Martelli, and they were really good that year.
Jameer Nelson
You couldn't find anyone to do radio, so they found me, and it worked
that
out well.
That is not totally true.
But anyways, it's great. And Garrett does a great job.
Garrett Layton, Andrew Meyer.
So it's a lot of fun. And like you said, it's great to have a winning team to analyze. And they really are, good representatives of the college as well.
Absolutely. A 24-point win for Canisius to finish at 21-10, 15-3 in the conference. So for Richard Walsh, I'm Jay Moran saying so long from the Kessler Center, where the final score was Canisius 98 and Marist 74. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live on the ESPN app. Or to watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.